Loki, the god of mischief, the son of giants. But did you know, contrary to popular belief, Loki's legacy includes more than just 3 offspring? Loki is, in fact, the father of 6 children born from unions with 3 different partners. Among these children, Fenr, Gander, and Hel emerge as pivotal figures, their births shrouded in omens of darkness and foreboding. As offspring of Loki and the giantess Angerboa, their arrival heralded a period of strife and calamity across the realms. When the gods learned of these prophecies, warning of the havoc Loki's children might unleash, particularly given their lineage, Odin, the All-Father, took decisive action. He commanded the gods to locate and present the children for judgment, recognizing the potential threat they posed to the delicate balance of existence. And thus began the opening chapter of the infamous Ragnarok, the cataclysmic event that reshaped the cosmos. Before we embark on this epic tale, if you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. It's free and you can unsubscribe later. Fenr, the eldest son of Loki. The story begins with Loki, who is bound by the gods after causing mischief and chaos among them. During his time of captivity, Loki fathers several monstrous offspring. Fenr, from the moment of his birth, exhibits extraordinary strength and grows at an alarming rate, causing concern among the gods. Fearing the potential threat that Fenr poses, Odin, the All-Father, decides to take action to prevent the wolf from wreaking havoc on the realms. To contain Fenrir's growing power, the gods attempt to bind him twice, but both attempts fail as Fenrir easily breaks free from his chains. Realizing the danger posed by Fenr, the gods turn to the dwarves for help in creating a magical chain strong enough to restrain him. The result is Gleipnir, a chain made from seemingly harmless materials such as the sound of a cat's footsteps, the roots of a mountain, the beard of a woman, the breath of a fish, and other impossible elements. Tricking Fenr into testing his strength against Gleipnir, the gods successfully bind him with the chain, which proves unbreakable even to Fenrir's immense power. In his fury and frustration, Fenr bites off the hand of the god Tyr, who had been the one to place his hand in Fenrir's mouth as a pledge of good faith during the binding. With Fenr securely bound, the gods leave him imprisoned until the time of Ragnarok, when he will play a pivotal role in the cataclysmic events that lead to the end of the world. At the climax of Ragnarok, the cataclysmic battle that heralds the end of the world in Norse mythology, Fenr, the monstrous wolf, breaks free from his chains and wreaks havoc upon the realms. With jaws that can devour anything in their path and a ferocity unmatched by any other creature, Fenr unleashes his fury upon the battlefield, his very presence striking fear into the hearts of gods and mortals alike. As the forces of chaos and destruction sweep across the world, Fenrir's rampage knows no bounds. With each step, he leaves a trail of devastation in his wake, his savage hunger driving him ever onward. Despite the valiant efforts of the gods to stem his advance, Fenr proves to be an unstoppable force of nature, a harbinger of doom incarnate. In the final moments of Ragnarok, Fenr confronts his archenemy, the god Odin, in a titanic clash that echoes through the realms. With Odin's fate hanging in the balance, the two adversaries engage in a fierce battle that will determine the outcome of the apocalypse itself. Fenr, driven by his insatiable hunger and boundless fury, seeks to fulfill his destiny as the harbinger of destruction, while Odin fights to defend the remnants of existence and preserve what little remains of the world. In their climactic confrontation, Fenrir's ferocity and Odin's wisdom clash with titanic force. The battle between the wolf and the god rages across the battlefield, shaking the very foundations of reality. With every strike and parry, the fate of the cosmos hangs in the balance as the forces of chaos and order collide in a cataclysmic struggle. Despite Odin's skill and valor, he ultimately falls before the relentless onslaught of Fenr. In a moment of triumph, the monstrous wolf claims victory over the king of the gods, fulfilling the prophecy of Ragnarok. With Odin's defeat, the last vestiges of divine authority crumble, leaving the world vulnerable to the encroaching darkness. But Fenrir's triumph is short-lived, for even as he revels in his victory, the flames of Ragnarok consume him with the help of Odin's son. As the world is consumed by fire and chaos, Fenrir meets his end, his mighty form reduced to ash and smoke. In the blazing inferno of the apocalypse, both Fenrir and Odin perish, their fates intertwined in the final moments of the world. And so, with the demise of Fenr and Odin, Ragnarok reaches its conclusion, bringing an end to the age of gods and ushering in a new era of darkness and uncertainty. Fenrir's legacy forever etched in the annals of Norse mythology as the wolf who devoured the world. Gander, also called the Midgard serpent, is said to encircle the earth, biting its own tail in an eternal cycle of creation and destruction. As the middle child of Loki and Angerboa, Gander's birth was also foretold to bring about Ragnarok, the final battle of the world. Odin, the All-Father, recognizing the threat posed by Loki's monstrous offspring, cast him out of Asgard and into the depths of the world sea. There, amidst the swirling currents and dark abyss, Gander grew to immense proportions, encircling Midgard with its serpentine coils. Throughout Norse mythology, Gander is depicted as the arch-foe or rival of Thor, the thunder god and defender of Asgard. Their ongoing feud spans the ages, with each encounter foreshadowing the cataclysmic events of Ragnarok. One such encounter occurs during Thor's fishing trip with the giant Hymir, where the thunder god confronts Gander in a battle of strength and will. Armed with resolve and a thirst for victory, Thor sought to test his mettle against the boundless expanse of the world sea. But as the journey unfolded, tensions simmered between the thunder god and the reluctant giant. Hymir, begrudgingly accompanying Thor, refused to provide bait for their fishing endeavor. Unfazed, Thor seized upon an opportunity, cleaving the head from Hymir's largest ox to serve as bait, much to the giant's dismay. Rowing far from shore to a place where the sea met the sky, Thor cast his line with determination, his gaze fixed upon the depths below. It wasn't long before Gander, the elusive serpent, emerged from the abyss, drawn by the scent of the sacrificial offering. With a mighty heave, Thor wrestled with the monstrous serpent, their clash echoing across the waves. Poisonous mists billowed from Gander's gaping maw, threatening to engulf them both. Yet, Thor remained resolute, his grip unwavering as he prepared to deliver the final blow. But fate intervened as Hymir, overcome with fear, severed the line, casting Gander back into the depths from whence it came. The serpent vanished beneath the waves, leaving Thor to contemplate the fleeting nature of victory and the enduring enigma of Gander. As Ragnarok draws near, the world serpent stirs from its slumber, releasing its tail from its mouth and unleashing chaos upon the world. The sea roils, the land trembles, and the forces of darkness gather for the final confrontation. In the midst of this apocalyptic conflict, Thor and Gander will face each other in a battle to the death, their fates intertwined in the cosmic tapestry of fate. As the flames of Ragnarok engulf the world in chaos and destruction, Thor, the mighty thunder god, stands firm, wielding his iconic hammer, Mjolnir, in preparation for the ultimate showdown with his archenemy, Gander. The air crackles with tension as the two adversaries lock eyes, their fates intertwined in the threads of prophecy and destiny. With a thunderous roar, Thor charges forward, his hammer whirling through the air with unstoppable force. Gander, sensing the impending clash, coils and strikes with lightning speed, its massive form weaving through the chaos of battle. The ground trembles beneath their titanic struggle as blow after blow is exchanged, each strike resonating with the fury of gods and the inevitability of fate. Despite the serpent's immense size and formidable strength, Thor fights with unyielding determination, his every movement fueled by the valor of countless battles and the resolve to protect the realms of existence. With each swing of Mjolnir, he chips away at Gander's defenses, drawing closer to victory with every thunderous strike. Yet, as the battle reaches its crescendo, a moment of treacherous deceit unfolds. In a cunning maneuver, Gander unleashes a torrent of venomous breath, its toxic fumes engulfing Thor in a deadly embrace. Despite his resilience, the venom seeps into Thor's veins, spreading its lethal grip with relentless efficiency. Undeterred by the poison coursing through his veins, Thor summons the last reserves of his strength, channeling the power of storms and thunder into one final, devastating blow. With a mighty roar, he delivers the decisive strike, driving Mjolnir deep into Gander's heart. As the serpent's lifeblood spills forth, mingling with the chaos of battle, a moment of eerie calm descends upon the battlefield. Thor stands triumphant, his victory tinged with the bittersweet realization of his own mortality. For even as Gander breathes its last, the venom takes its toll, sapping Thor's strength and sealing his fate. With a weary sigh, Thor gazes upon the fallen serpent, knowing that his own end is near. As the fires of Ragnarok consume the world around them, he embraces his destiny with stoic resolve, knowing that he has fulfilled his duty as protector of the realms. And so, amidst the ashes of the old world, Thor and Gander meet their final fate, locked in eternal combat even as the world crumbles around them. Theirs is a saga of valor and sacrifice, a testament to the enduring spirit of heroism in the face of inevitable doom. The tale of Gander embodies the cyclical nature of Norse mythology, where creation and destruction are inseparable. As the harbinger of Ragnarok, the world serpent serves as a reminder of the fragile balance between order and chaos, life and death, that governs the fate of the cosmos. In the end, as the flames of Ragnarok consume the world and the gods meet their doom, Gander's legacy will endure as a testament to the enduring power of myth and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. Hel, the youngest child of the three and the little sister of Gander and Fenr. Just like Fenr and Gander, when Hel was brought before Odin, he cast her into the realm of Niflheim, the world of the dead, a domain reserved for those who passed from the mortal realm due to sickness or old age. It was a place of eternal darkness, cold, and gloom, located beneath the roots of the world tree Yggdrasil. The name Hel itself carries symbolic weight in Norse mythology. It is derived from the Old Norse word hel, which means hidden or covered, suggesting the concealment or obscurity of the dead within her realm. It also signifies the concept of death and the journey to the afterlife, as those who passed away were said to go to Hel. Hel's realm, Helheim, was described as a dark and foreboding place, surrounded by icy rivers and populated by the souls of the deceased. In this shadowy domain, Hel held sway over 9 distinct regions, each assigned to different types of souls. Despite the grimness of her domain, Hel played a crucial role in the cosmology of Norse mythology, serving as the caretaker of the dead and the administrator of the afterlife. Her realm was not a place of punishment, but rather a final resting place for those who had passed on from the mortal world. Thus, Hel's name and her role as the ruler of Helheim reflect the somber and mysterious nature of death in Norse mythology, embodying both the inevitability of mortality and the unknown journey that awaits beyond the threshold of life. From the cavernous depths of Helheim poured forth an army of the dead, their spectral forms swirling amidst the smoke and ash of the battlefield. Clad in tattered armor and wielding weapons forged in the fires of the underworld, they marched in eerie silence, their eyes burning with a hunger for vengeance. Beside Hel stood her siblings, Fenr the monstrous wolf and Gander the world serpent, their monstrous forms casting long shadows across the scorched earth. Together, they formed a triumvirate of darkness, united in their quest to bring about the downfall of the gods. As the clash of titans reverberated across the celestial expanse, Hel raised her arm in a gesture of command, unleashing a wave of darkness that swept across the battlefield like a tide of despair. The souls of the deceased surged forward, their anguished cries echoing through the chaos as they sought to drag the living into the depths of Helheim. On the opposing side, the gods of Asgard rallied their forces, their shining armor gleaming amidst the encroaching darkness. With Odin Allfather at their helm, they stood firm against the onslaught, their resolve unshaken even as the forces of Hel threatened to overwhelm them. In the midst of the carnage, Thor, the thunder god, clashed with Gander, their titanic forms locked in a battle that shook the very foundations of the cosmos. Lightning crackled across the sky as Mjolnir, Thor's mighty hammer, clashed with the serpent's venomous fangs, each blow sending shockwaves rippling through the fabric of reality. Meanwhile, Fenr stalked the battlefield like a vengeful shadow, his jaws snapping at the heels of the gods as they fought to defend their realm. With each thunderous roar, he struck fear into the hearts of his enemies, his ferocity unmatched by any creature in the 9 realms. As the battle raged on, Hel watched from her throne of bone and shadow, her eyes ablaze with an unholy fervor. But even as Hel fought with all her might, she knew that the end was near. The prophecy of Ragnarok had foretold the downfall of the gods, and try as they might, they could not escape their fate. And as the final moments of Ragnarok drew near, the great battle reached its climax. With a deafening roar, the forces of light and darkness clashed one last time, the very fabric of reality unraveling in the cataclysmic chaos. In the end, as the dust settled and the smoke cleared, Hel and her siblings lay fallen upon the blood-soaked earth, their bodies broken and battered. But even in defeat, they had fulfilled their destiny, playing their part in the grand tapestry of fate that was Ragnarok. And as the world descended into darkness, Hel gazed up at the sky one last time, her eyes cold and unyielding, knowing that her reign over the realm of the dead would endure for eternity. In the annals of Asgardian lore, there existed a tale of a wager that would shape the fate of gods and mortals alike, a bet that would test the limits of cunning and deception. It began with a pact made between the gods of Asgard and a formidable builder from the realm of the giants. The terms were clear. The builder would construct a wall around Asgard, protecting the realm from outside threats, in exchange for the hand of Freya, the fairest goddess of them all. However, there was a condition: the wall must be completed within a single season, with only the assistance of his mighty stallion. As the days passed, the builder toiled tirelessly, his horse hauling massive stones and laying the foundation for the Great Wall. With each passing dawn, the walls of Asgard grew taller and stronger, a testament to the builder's skill and determination. But amidst the hustle and bustle of construction, Loki, ever the trickster, saw an opportunity for mischief. Slipping away from Asgard under the cover of night, Loki embarked on a journey that would alter the course of destiny. As the builder neared the completion of his task, a beautiful chestnut mare appeared on the horizon, her presence captivating the builder's stallion. Drawn away from his duties by the allure of the mare, the stallion abandoned his work, leaving the builder unable to meet the deadline imposed by the gods. In a whirlwind of chaos and magic, Loki found himself joined with the stallion in a union that defied all logic and reason. And so it was that Sleipnir, the eight-legged steed, was born a creature of divine heritage. Forged in the fires of trickery and deception, Sleipnir would forever be a symbol of the unpredictable and enigmatic nature of the gods. After that, Freya was spared from an unwanted union, her hand remaining free from the grasp of the giant builder. But it was Loki's return to Asgard that would truly shape the outcome of the wager. Returning with a majestic stallion of his own creation, Loki presented the horse to Odin as a gift, a steed of unparalleled strength and beauty, born from Loki's own ingenuity and mischief. This horse, named Sleipnir, would go on to become Odin's faithful companion and the swiftest of all creatures in the Nine Realms. Thus, Freya had cause to thank Loki for his cunning intervention, while Odin recognized the value of the gift bestowed upon him by the wily trickster. And so the tale of the wager, the wall, and the birth of Sleipnir became a legend etched into the fabric of Asgardian history, a testament to the power of wit and the unforeseen consequences of fate. In Norse mythology, Narfi, also known as Nari, emerges as a lesser-known yet significant figure, playing a pivotal role in the tragic events surrounding the punishment of Loki, the cunning trickster god. According to the account provided in Gylfaginning, Narfi is depicted as one of the sons of Loki and Sigyn and the younger brother of Vala. His tale intertwines with the fate of his family and the unfolding drama that leads to the demise of Baldur, the beloved god of light. The story unfolds with Loki fleeing to the mountains and hiding in the Fenr waterfall after his involvement in the death of Baldur. However, the Aesir, the gods of Asgard, discover his hiding place and capture him. Bound by the gods, Loki faces a grim fate orchestrated as retribution for his treachery. In a scene laden with symbolism and tragedy, Loki's sons, Vali and Narfi, are brought before him. Vali, transformed into the shape of a wolf by the Aesir, tears his brother Narfi apart, fulfilling a grim destiny foretold by fate. Narfi's entrails are then used as binding material to restrain Loki, further symbolizing the depth of his punishment. The prose note to Lokasenna elaborates on Loki's flight, stating that it was prompted by his verbal abuse of the gods. This act of defiance ultimately leads to his capture and the subsequent binding with the entrails of his son Narfi. Meanwhile, Narfi's other fate is revealed as he is transformed into a wolf, becoming a tragic pawn in the divine drama unfolding within the Norse cosmos. Do you think Loki getting pregnant is weird? Well, wait until you meet this god who's known for being utterly unpredictable. If you want to dive deeper into this intriguing deity, click the video on the left. And if you're curious about other mythical beings, check out the video on the right. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on future videos.